Okay, so let me dish on the whole chemtrail conspiracy theory thing. The idea is that those long-lasting white trails you see crisscrossing the sky, supposedly just exhaust from planes high up in the atmosphere speeding across the globe, are actually a government secret agenda with ulterior motives. Teenagers in the late 90s might think their grandparents came up with this theory, but it's something that started gaining traction around the mid-90s. The frenzy started when a paper on weather control got misinterpreted, someone blew a whistle, and then folks started connecting dots that weren't really there. People began to notice that instead of evaporating like regular contrails, some of this smoke lingered in the sky for a long time, expanding and forming these broad, cloudy streaks, and the chemtrail theory was born. Quick side note, contrails are merely jet exhaust. Jets leave crazy amounts of water vapor in their wake, and when that hits cold air at high altitudes, it freezes into ice particles, creating the white streak we often see in the sky. But these amygdala warriors, or chemtrail believers, if you like, decided those lingering contrails contained stuff like biological agents, silver iodide, or even a mysterious substance called red mercury. Anxiety peaked, and specialists were thrown into chaos, scrambling to debunk those theories. There were scientists and weather junkies and even military folks stepping forward to explain contrails and the science of flight paths and jet exhaust. They were trying to clear the air, pardon the pun, but the conspiracy theorists were like, yeah, no, that's what they want you to believe. Huge anxiety came off an Air University research paper that was interpreted to suggest the government was controlling the weather, and those chemtrails, well, they were the smoking gun. Except, the paper's author clearly stated it was a theoretical piece, not an action plan, but to no avail. Governments in the United States, Canada, Britain, and even the enigmatic United Nations have issued official rebuttals of this whole conspiracy theory. Even the American Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, all shun the theory, claiming it's nothing more than a bunch of scientific inconsistencies, misinterpretations, and exaggerations. You kind of hope that might put a nail in the coffin, right? But alas, even those scathing rejections from authoritative sources weren't enough to quash this persisting theory. Google chemtrail conspiracy, and you'll see what I mean. So, is there any harm believing in the chemtrail conspiracy? Well, no smoking gun or plane has turned up with proof, but it has caused undue stress and worry and has even been connected to some health issues. People have reported symptoms they believe are linked to the so-called chemtrails, everything from respiratory and neurological problems to mental health issues. Yet, when medical experts looked into these claims, they found most symptoms were likely due to everyday environmental factors and not some clandestine chemicals being sprayed from airplanes. This chemtrail talk might actually be a distraction from real, pressing environmental concerns. Things like climate change and actual environmental pollution need our attention, not some conspiracy theory. And that's the T on the chemtrail conspiracy theory, a mix of misunderstood science, a fair share of mistrust, and a splash of secret government plots. Interesting stuff, though. I mean, who can resist a good conspiracy theory, right?